Hi everyone, this is Tracey from Lavinia Stamps, and today is Christmas Eve, and we're going to have a little bit of a chilled afternoon today, so I thought it'd be really nice to do a little bit of crafting, something I don't get that much time to do these days. First of all, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and thank you for all your support this year and all the previous years. So thanks for that, guys. And in the meantime, just sit back and enjoy and join me doing a little bit of crafting. So you know how much I love the gel press and the brushos, so we're gonna have a play with these today. So taking the brayer, let's give that a clean, and I know that the gel press, my gel press looks a little bit sad at the moment. It's stained and it's not the cleanest, but do you know what, it doesn't make any difference. It'll work absolutely fabulously. So don't worry if your gel press is stained. It will, I can promise you, it'll work absolutely fine. So we're gonna use the grey as our background today. This is a pewter. So inking up and then just transferring that straight onto the gel press. This is the DL size. This comes in the combo kit only, and unfortunately it doesn't come by itself. But you can use any size gel press you want for this technique. It doesn't make any difference at all. Something else I wanted to show you as well. I know a lot of questions people ask me a lot of questions with regards to how much of the brusho we use with the quantity of water. You only need a tiny amount. You can get some brilliant vibrant colours with brushos, but if you use just a tiny bit, you can also get some really stunning pastel colours for your backgrounds. It's just a case of having a play, but start with minimal. You can always increase your colour if you want to. So I'm just going to show you now how much I use. I'm hoping you can see this on the overhead camera, but I would literally just take a little bit on the end of my brush and then just drop that into my palette. This is our buddy cups here, which are fabulous for the brushos. They come with lids as well, so you can just pop those on in the night, at night when you've finished crafting. So again, I'm going to just take a little bit there, pop that in, and the next colour. And then lastly, there we go. So I'm going to move those to the side because the last thing I want is to knock those over, because the colour is so vibrant and it would just get everywhere. So keep those safe. I'm going to use a little bit of water now, just top up in the buddy cups. There we go. I think you can see that hopefully on the overhead camera. And then I'm going to give those a little bit of a mix. There we go. So pop that to the side now. And that's ready to use on top of the grey that we've just brayed onto the gel press. So taking the fan brush, I'm always going to start with the lighter colour and I tend to use that, flick that into the centre of the card, giving us a focal point, so we can put our silhouette bang in the middle of that lighter area. That will make it really stand out. Obviously if you use a darker colour, put your silhouette over the top, it doesn't quite stand out as well. So inking, picking up the ink from your brush now, I'm going to just flick a little bit off first, because we want some nice a fine spray of ink over the top. This gives it more texture, gives it more of an organic feel. The bigger the splash is, the more the colour just moves together and into each other. You don't get that sort of textured background. But experiment with it yourself and you'll know what I mean. Okay, so moving on to the green now. Again, just tap a little bit around. Try and wash your brush in between, because the colours are so vivid and they can taint another colour very easily. So and then lastly we're going to use a blue. Okay, that should be enough now. I mean, the great thing about this technique is you never truly know what you're going to get. It's always a pleasant surprise. And each time you do it, it's completely different, which I always think is quite exciting. Okay, so multifarious card. This is great card for this technique. It takes a lot of water without losing its shape really. So, okay, so just pop that down, give that a smooth over. There we go, wow. I really like that. That's a nice background, really sort of organic. And that pink that comes through, because there isn't a lot of it, it's really quite a pastel pink. Okay, so popping the gel press to the side now, we're going to just concentrate on doing something with this background. So now a case of choosing our stamps. I think we're going to go for our Druid's tree. So it's quite a sizable stamp this, so a square block would be preferable, but I haven't got one here at the moment. It slightly goes over at the edge, but that's fine. Give that a press, and then we're going to ink up in our black. This is Nocturne. Okay, so I'm just going to position that just off the edge of the card. And then just give that a good press down. It's important that you let it rest on your card, let the ink absorb in. Don't be too eager to take the stamp off, especially the bigger ones. You know, they need a little bit more work Make sure that all those areas are pressed. There you go. And there it is. Okay. So we need some kind of foliage at the top, I feel. So I'm going to trim this down first. I'm going to take this right to the edge. Okay. So we've got some nice little foliage stamps here. You can use any foliage, you don't have to use exactly what I'm using. Anything from the top of the card, anything that you've got in is fine. So now we're just going to pick a couple of colours. So this is the rainforest. So inking up again. I'm going to stamp it off first and then bob that down. And again. It's a great way to create depth and layers by just using different depth of colour. So stamping off, you get more of a ghost image. Not sure you can see that, I'm hoping so. Okay. And now we can stamp over the top of this using our slightly smaller leaf stamp now. And so it's not too repetitive as well. Make sure that you stamp off on the edge of your card as well, so it gives it different heights, because otherwise it can be too repetitive if you stamp them all exactly the same along the top. So just give it different heights. There we go. Got a little berry stamp here actually. I think I'm going to put a few berries within those leaves. So this time I'm going to ink up in the Glamorous, which is like a quite pinky sort of red. There we go. And then taking our little mushroom stamp, this is our little woodland mushroom. And this time inking up in Twilight, which is a really lovely navy blue. I'm just going to pop a few of those about. think I'll leave that there. Okay, so I've got a white pen here, this is a jelly roll. I'm going to just highlight a few areas to make them stand out. Again, if you have no jelly roll pen, you could use a fine brush and some white acrylic paint. Anything that you've got, really. I mean, I like this only because there's quite a lot more control over a pen. Just makes it stand out that much more. And then we can go around the edge of the door. We can follow all these roots going up the tree. You can take as much time as you want on this. I'm trying to speed things up a bit really, but it does look quite amazing when you pull out all these areas to make it more of a three-dimensional image. And of course the jelly roll, they do the glitter pens as well, and the coppers, and we do several colours. You don't have to use white. Actually quite therapeutic, just colouring in. Allows your mind to switch off, especially this time of year. It's always quite crazy manic, so it's just nice just to be able to sit quietly and do a little bit of crafting in our own time. Gives us a breather, gives us a bit of downtime. Takes me to another universe really. Zones me out completely, I love it. Sometimes we need to get away from everything, don't we? And I find something like this just helps just to sort of empty your mind, even if it's just for a while. Okay, I'm hoping you can see that. So I've just literally just gone along the lines, followed the lines with the white pen, and you see how that pulls it out and it makes it into more of a three-dimensional image. All these sort of little tips and techniques, it's good to try these things. Okay, so I'm going to use some worded stamps now. This is one of our latest ones. And then inking up. What colour shall we do? Let's do a warm breeze. And then I'm going to just pop the words along the edge of the card. like so. And then finishing off, I'm going to just take Twilight again, one of our smoothies, and then I'm just going to add a bit of depth to the card by going around the edge now. Just do it in a swirling motion. These smoothies are brilliant for blending. You don't get the lines. So easy to do. Just creating depth. And there's our little home for the fairies. Deep in the forest. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of glitter now. So I'm going to use my glue pen. Get that going. And again, I'm just going to highlight a few areas within the tree. A few little random dots just to create that little bit of magic, especially this time of year. That's fine. So picking a colour now. This is a great array of colours we've got here with our glitters. Just got to find one that suits. So which one do you think, guys? Right, let me think. I think we need to go with this one. That sits well with those colours, so let's go for that one. You can't go wrong with glitter anyway. Any colour's fine, really. And then I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top. These glitters are great that we've created. They're like a 2 grade. So you've got a really fine blue, and then you've got a thicker grade like green turquoise. So the different grades again give it depth. I love it, it's great. Okay, so just the fine stuff, it kind of just covers, giving you just a slight glitter, and then the green grade, the larger grade, just sends out that slightly bigger sparkle. Sorry, I'm just getting overexcited about this. I love glitter. Anyway, I hope you can see that clearly, and you can see the sparkle in that. Show you on the other camera as well. Okay guys, well, I shall hopefully be doing another few cards now, but in the meantime I hope you've enjoyed watching that demonstration, and thank you for joining me. Again, have a lovely Christmas, and we'll see you all very soon. Take care guys, bye for now.